Today we're going to review adding and subtracting integers. Let's talk about what the two look like, what the difference between the two look like. So let's put adding integers on the left side. And subtracting integers on the right. An adding integers problem has a plus sign between the two integers. And a subtracting integers problem has a subtraction sign between the two integers. Okay. You have to see the difference between these two problems. This is an adding integers problem because this is a plus sign. This says this is a -3, this is a plus sign, this is a +5. Subtracting integers has a subtraction sign between the two integers. This is a -8, this is a subtraction sign, and this is a +10. So how do we go about solving these two different types of problems? With adding integer problems, you follow the rule same sign sum, different sign difference. Okay, so here, this is adding integers. This is a -3, this is a +5. Different sign means we subtract. So 5 minus 3 is 2. The larger number is positive, so my answer is positive. Subtracting integers, we learned that really there's no such thing as subtracting integers, so we have to turn it into adding integers. So your first step is to turn this into adding integers with keep, switch, opposite. Okay, so I'm going to show my work there. Always keep the first number, that's in line with the first word. Switch subtraction to addition and take the opposite of the second number. The opposite of a positive is a negative. Now follow adding integer rules. Same sign sum, different sign difference. Okay, so I look at this. This is adding integers, because this is turned into adding integers with key switch opposite. -8 and -10 have the same sign, so this is addition. Our answer is -18. So when you approach the problems on the worksheet today, you need to decide first, is it adding integers or is it subtracting integers? And then follow one of these two sets of rules. Your worksheet is going to be set up like this. First, they're going to ask you to find the sum. So I'm going to put 4 problems on here. 10 plus a -8, -5 plus a -6, -8 plus 10, and 20 plus 2. Push pause and try those now. Okay, so all of these problems have a plus sign. So all of the problems are following this set of rules. Same sign sum, different sign difference. I see that I have a positive number and a negative number. Those are different signs, so this is subtraction. After taking the absolute value, this is a larger number. It's positive, so my answer is positive. Here I have the same sign, so I'm adding. They're both negative, so my answer is negative. Different sign difference. 10 minus 8 is 2. This is the larger number. It's positive, so my answer is positive. That looks the same as this one, doesn't it? Here you have the same sign sum. They're both positive, so my answer is positive. The next section is going to say, find the difference. Okay, let me put some problems on here. -8 minus 11, 15 minus a -3, -6 minus a -3, and 8 minus 16. Push pause and try those now. All of these problems have subtraction signs, so I'm following these rules right here. The first step is to turn all the problems into adding integers using keep, switch, opposite, and then follow the adding integer rule. Same sign sum, different sign difference. So this is a subtraction problem. Let's turn it into adding integers. I should say this is a subtracting integers problem. Let's turn it into adding integers with keep, switch, opposite. Now same sign sum. Keep, switch, opposite, same sign sum. Keep, switch, opposite, different sign difference. Keep, switch, opposite, different sign difference. The last section of your worksheet is going to ask you to find the sum or difference. So let's do negative 15 minus a negative 4, 8 plus a negative 12, 16 minus a negative 5, and negative 9 plus a negative 4. This is a mix of adding integer problems and subtracting integer problems. So make sure you're looking at the problem before you automatically do one of these. Push pause and try this now. If you're someone that's just waiting for me to solve the problems for you, I really encourage you to try these on your own first. Test yourself to see if you're understanding how to do this. Don't let me do the work for you. Okay, so I see that this is a subtracting integers problem. Subtracting integers needs to be turned into adding integers with keep, switch, opposite, and then follow adding integer problems. Keep, switch, opposite. Adding integers tells me that different signs need to be subtracted. This is an adding integer problem. If you're adding integers, you do not use keep, switch, opposite. The biggest mistake that students make is that they try to use keep, switch, opposite here. There's no need. This is already adding integers. So I follow adding integer rules, and I do different sign difference. This is subtracting integers. Turn it into adding integers with keep, switch, opposite. Now follow adding integer rules. Same sign sum. This is adding integers. No need to do keep, switch, opposite. This says same sign sum. Okay, I want you to try another round. Negative 11 plus 3. Negative 2 minus 5. Negative 6 plus a negative 4. Negative 8 minus a negative 8. Push pause and try this now. The first problem is already adding integers, so I follow adding integer rules. Different sign difference. The second problem is subtracting integers. Let's turn it into adding integers with keep, switch, opposite. Adding integers say same sign sum. This is adding integers. Follow adding integer rules. Same sign sum. This is subtracting integers. Turn it into adding integers with keep, switch, opposite. Now I have different sign difference, so I subtract.